Hello, welcome to the seventh homework of the data science, and in this homework we are going to do lab 3.7, tuning hyperparameters. And in this lab you will create a hyperparameter tuning job to tune the model that you want to create previously, and use SageMaker to create a hyperparameter tuning. In this one, for the tuning model, the feature engineering, select and train model, evaluate model, and if it meets the business goal, okay, then we can go. But if it is not, it's bad at the evaluation model, then we have to go back for the future engineering, select and train model, and evaluation of the model. And I start the creation of the lab, but it has not started yet, so I will stop recording in here, and I will restart it after it opened, it created. Okay, the lab has been opened, and in this lab, uh, okay, for the lab 3.7 student notebook overview of it, the lab is continues of the guided labs in module 3. In this lab, you will create a hyperparameter tuning job to the tune model you created previously. You will then compare the matrix of the two models. And in this business scenario, work for a healthcare provider. Yeah, normal and abnormal has been already we discussed it. Okay, importing data, training, testing, validation model. By running the following steps, the data will be improved, model tested, and ready for use. Okay, I will run this one. In order to tune model must be ready and tweak the model later in step 2. Okay. The following has approximately 10 minutes to complete. Observe the code and how it process. This will help you better understand what's going in background. Okay. Uh, I will try to explain. In here we are calculating the sensitivity, specificity, precision, and the other values. The hyperparameter actually we are just calculating in here the confusion matrices, and it's given the confusion matrices, and given S we are putting it into S3 bucket, and in here we are doing the hyperparameter tuning job, and it will take 45 minutes as it said. Investigation and tuning job, then actually in here just running and rechecking it. I'll go to the top. Okay, it's building for cache. This may take a moment. It's not has been run. I will stop recording in here because of the it will take time, and after it has been run, I will come and try to explain some of them. Okay, for 3.7, the important part and the definition of okay, the import part and the pilot work, test fields, and the other sensitivity, specification, precision, and prediction values, and the confusion metrics has been discovered. There, I already ran them, and they're in here. These are completed. This is HTTP for API for this one, and it's going on the 88 port. And this is the information about the running, and this is some information I just write done in here to be sure is this done or not. I actually run these all of them, but they haven't finished yet, so I'm still waiting for them. And these are some information about these ones. If these are finished before my time is over, I will explain it. I'm gonna try to explain them, but I'm not sure. I guess I just run them later. Okay, I'm continue, and in here actually I wait for many times. It's almost I have last 9 minutes, and it gives some errors. I couldn't run this one. I'm just waited for a whole time. I run it before, but it couldn't work. Probably there's some server side problems. And now if I try to, yeah, actually I explained in here, but probably I'm having these value errors. I don't know why. And in here I cannot run it. I cannot see display done message in here. And if I try to run this one, yeah, okay, it gives now me. I'm gonna try to run these ones. Yeah, in here we are creating the hyperparameter tuning job for the actually selecting the parameters for the training the machine learning. So selecting the data science part for the AI or machine learning. And this is the some attributes to select. First we will create a model that we want to tune, and in here we are just creating the tune. So, and notice the level metric of the model changes to error 40 to the goal of minimizing value. Error is the binary classification error rate, and it's calculated as hashtag wrong access slash hashtag all cases. For predictions, the evaluation will consider the instance that have prediction value longer than 0.4 to be positive instance and the others as negative instance. Next, you must specify the hyperparameters that you want to tune in addition to the ranges that you must select for each parameter: alpha, minimum child value, sub samples, ATA, num round, and the recommended tuning. Oh, I have 6 minutes. Ranges can be found in the AWS documentation at Tune Xbox models. And if I click here, it goes to here for documentation part of the Tune and XG Boost model. For this lab, you will use a subset of values, and these values are obtained by running the tuning job with the full range, the minimizing the range so that you can use fewer iteration to get better performance. Throughout this practice isn't strictly realistic. It prevents you from waiting several hours in this lab for the tuning job to complete, and yeah, I couldn't run it. You must specify how you are rating the model. You could use several different objective metrics, apply binary classification problem because evaluation metric is error. You set the objective to error and tuning job, and there is the tuning part of it. It's not just tuning all of them is one time, just makes a longer time. And the hyperparameter optimization jobs, the Amazon Management Console on the services, SageMaker, train hyperparameter tuning jobs, and we can add this one to the SageMaker S3 bucket. And investigation the tuning job results, and now the job is complete. There should be 10 completed jobs, and one of the jobs should be marked as best. I couldn't run this one, probably from the reason of the server, so I couldn't display it. And now the job is complete. There should be 10 completed jobs, one of each as the best. You can examine the metrics by getting hyperparameter tuning job analytics and loading data into a pandas data frame. Uh, Actually, if we wanna try to check it back, maybe it some works. Let's check Amazon SageMaker training. Let's go SageMaking. Um, training hypermeter the Turing jobs and I'm waiting. Yeah, I couldn't succeed it. And oh, I have 4 minutes. So you can check the status of each hyperparameter tuning jobs, its objective metric value and its logs. Yeah, I wrote it in investigation part. We can display it by the pandas data frame with this one from the which ones are the best. It couldn't run these ones, it's just run the print done but for me. And let's see models and how the results differ. Original are the best, worse, and not always in an improvement. There's a few reasons for this result. Maybe you don't have a large amount of data to train with. You're using subset of hyperparameter tuning ranges to save time in this lab. Actually, maybe I made something wrong, but I couldn't run this one, and I would like to try it again, but I don't have time for it in my Amazon stuff. So I'm sorry for this one, and thanks for the listening. Have a good day.